Hey everyone, happy Motivational Monday. Hopefully you can hear me because as always, it is late and my baby is asleep. So, I have been doing so much reading and so much podcast listening and so much growth. And I've also been going through a lot of changes lately. And if you don't know, if you haven't seen my other Motivational Monday videos, first, go back and look at them on my YouTube channel or on Facebook. But also, the point of these videos is I'm chasing goals, you're chasing goals. I don't care what your goals are, you're chasing something. And there are obstacles in every goal, no matter how big or small. And I say small because every goal is important. But when I run into an obstacle in my goal chasing and then I learn a way past that obstacle, or even if I'm still struggling through that obstacle, I try to come on here and talk about it with you guys to help you. So today I want to talk about the fact that this beautiful year is still new. A lot of us go into the new year, and especially because this was a new decade, it was like a big deal, with huge goals, like huge, beyond belief goals. And I think that is so amazing. The issue is we make it 2 weeks, we make it 2 weeks into the year and we're like, oh, well, I haven't worked out consistently, so screw it. I'm just going to be fat. Or whatever you think. I haven't had my water every single day, so I'm just going to stop drinking water. It's already January, whatever, and I haven't been consistent. If I can't even be consistent this long, why bother? I'm just going to stop because apparently I'm lazy, or apparently I'm inconsistent, or apparently I'm not dedicated, or apparently whatever. And we tell ourselves all these horrible things, and then we give up on ourselves. Guys, you made this amazing goal for yourself. I don't care what it was. You went into a new year thinking you were going to move mountains, right? Or maybe you even went into this new week thinking that. And for that, it's only Monday, you know? Don't give up on yourself just because you hit a few bumps in the road. Don't give up on yourself just because you weren't perfectly consistent every single day. Consistency is a muscle, okay? Consistency is a muscle, meaning you have to work at it and work at it and work at it if you're going to strengthen it. If you're going to become a dedicated, consistent person in a goal, you need to work at it every day. You need to be reminding yourself. You need to be setting alarms. You need to be working. And there are going to be days, there are going to be hours, minutes, seconds, weeks, whatever, when things get in your way. Either it's excuses that you're making up, or it's actual things are getting in your way that are stopping you from reaching for that goal that day or that week or that hour or whatever. And here's the reality. That's okay. All right? That is okay. It is not a reason to give up on your goal. It is not a reason. Just because you didn't work out yesterday does not mean you should go the rest of the year not working out, okay? Just because you didn't get in all your water over the weekend and you drank sodas does not mean you give up on your diet, okay? Or your new lifestyle choice. Just because you were late to work one day doesn't mean you give up on your goal to be early every single day. Does that make sense? Stop giving up on yourself. Stop making these crappy excuses just because you hit a bump in the road, okay? So, as always, I took notes because I'll just sit here until next Monday. But the first thing I wrote down was to give yourself grace. And I've talked about this so much, but as me, as like a person with anxiety, and just as a human being with social media and everything else that we have going on, I've learned to give myself some grace, okay? So an example, my goal this year was to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, okay? Every day of the week. And most of that is because I listen to a lot of motivational speakers, and every single one of them say, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I start my day and I do this before my kids get up, and I do this and that and this and that, and I conquer the whole entire world, and I read 70 books, and then I write 70 books, and then I work out for 4 hours, and then my kids are awake, and it's amazing. So I tried it. I tried this whole 5 a.m. thing. I even got John on board because he's awesome and supportive. And I was like, we're going to wake up at 5. We woke up at 5. And guess what happened? Hannah woke up at 5:30. Y'all. Normally she wakes up at 7:30. Okay? So we're like, all right, we'll try it again. We woke up at 5. And she woke up at like 5:38. And then we tried it again, and she woke up at like 5:15. And then we're like, all right, so maybe we'll wake up a little later at 6. Oh, well, guess what? She woke up at 6:07. And the next day she woke up at 6:30. And the next day she woke up at 6:15. This chick was calling us on our stuff, okay? She's like, oh, you want to wake up? Okay. Oh, you want extra time to do things? Well, that's fine. I'm also going to wake up early and not give you that extra time. But well, how far into the year are we? Like 3 weeks? So for like 3 weeks, we were waking up early and not consistently. We were changing the times to try to figure this crap out. And every day, Hannah would wake up. I'm telling you, if she even heard my thoughts that I was thinking about getting out of bed, she was awake. And I have to tell you, I was like, John, I'm being punished. I'm being punished because I wasn't consistent that day, or I'm being punished because I set too big of a goal, or I'm being punished because I'm just not meant to reach this amazing goal. And then I realized that is so dumb. That is so dumb. And I had to take a step back. Like, as I said it, I'm like, this is so stupid. Why would someone be punished for going after a goal? That's not a thing. That's not a thing, okay? If you have an obstacle between you and your goal, that is not a punishment, y'all. That is literally just an obstacle. You're being tested to see how you're going to show up for that goal. Because I'm sorry, but you are not going to be blessed with something until you have shown that you are worthy of it. All right? So if you're wanting to lose weight, you need to show up. When you don't feel good, when there's traffic, when someone's talking crap about you, when your kid cried all night, you need to show up. If you want to build a business, you need to show up. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if the internet goes out. You drive over to the McDonald's and you buy a coffee and you sit there and use their internet. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care what's going on. You need to show up, right? Don't beat yourself up when those things happen, but find ways to wiggle it into your schedule, because if you don't get creative, if you don't show up for yourself, you will not reach your goals, because I'm sorry, but you're showing that you're not capable of it. How are you going to have $1 million in your bank account if you can't handle $400? You know, if you don't show up for that, if you don't put it where it's supposed to go, you know, how are you going to lose 50 pounds if you can't even handle working hard enough to lose 2? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you are not worthy. I would never say that, because you are worthy of anything. But in order to get it, you need to show the heck up. So hard for me to control my potty mouth, but okay. You need to show up, okay? But anyway, so I was telling John, like, oh man, I'm being punished. Our stinky butt child knows no matter what time we wake up, she's going to wake up. She just knows we're up. But then I realized I need to give myself some grace. I need to step back and think, what? What are you thinking about yourself? Why are you being so hard on yourself? And the next thing I wrote is start over. Okay, so tomorrow is a new day, right? Tomorrow is a new day. Every single day is a new day. Every hour is a new hour. Every minute is a new minute. Every month is a new month. Every week is a new week. Every year is a new year. Whatever you need to tell yourself, start over. Start over. If you wanted to work out 5 days a week and you haven't even worked out one day since the beginning of the year, start over tomorrow. Who cares? Who cares? I'm sorry, but are you seriously going to live the rest of your life regretting not working out for like 2 weeks? That is so stupid. Your life is so long. People say life is short. It's not short. It is long. It is like 80, 90 years. It goes by quickly, but it is not short, guys. And you cannot live every minute of it wishing and hoping and regretting and beating yourself up, because that does nothing. It does nothing. It doesn't hurt anyone around you. Just hurt yourself. Okay, so just start over. If you're not being consistent in your goal, if you haven't even started your 2020 goals, start over tomorrow. Do it right now. Do whatever. Like, start it over. Okay? And then next, be flexible. So going back to my story about waking up early, I realized, okay, Hannah's just more sensitive in the morning. She can hear things more in the morning because she's almost awake anyway. And that's like me too. I'm such a light sleeper, especially after a certain time in the morning. So I'm being flexible. I told John, fine. So we can't wake up at 5, which would normally be 2.5 whole hours to ourselves. So let's stay up 2 hours after she goes to bed, and give ourselves those 2 hours and then sleep in until she wakes up at 7 or 7:30. Okay, so that's being flexible. Do I want to do that? No. To be honest, I'd rather wake up early like I originally planned, and it frustrates the heck out of me. But what am I going to do about it? Like, realistically, what am I going to do about it? Keep waking up early and then waking my child up at 5? That's stupid. Because I'm not accomplishing anything. So I'm so bad at getting myself in this space of like, I have to do it this way because this is how I set the goal. No, that's not reality, guys. You just need to be a little bit flexible. Give yourself some grace. Like, know that it's okay if in the beginning of the year you're like, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, and now it's down to 3. Now it's down to 2. Now it's down to 1. If your goal is to just walk in the gym once a week, that's fine. You need to be flexible with your goals, and don't be so blinded that you don't even accomplish them. Because you're like, well, it didn't work out. My child woke up at 5 a.m. with me, so I guess I'm just not destined to wake up and get things done. No, be flexible. So tonight I'm staying up just a little bit later, and then in the morning I'll let myself sleep until she wakes up. Okay? You need to be flexible, and it's okay if it frustrates you. It's okay to not like it, but wouldn't you rather push yourself through something you don't necessarily like so that you can reach your goal? Yes, the answer is yes. All right, and then make adjustments. That's similar to being flexible, but by that I mean like change your goal. It's okay to change your goal. If you started the year or the month or the week or whatever, or the day, thinking, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year, and you're 3 weeks in and you're like, that goal is disheartening. That goal makes me not even want to try because it's too big. Try a different goal, guys. It's okay. It's okay to make adjustments to something. It's your freaking life. Like, again, we get so caught up in our minds, like, I told myself I would read 52 books, and if I don't read 52 books this year, then I have failed, and the whole world's going to fall apart, so I can't change my goal, even though I'm doing this and that and this and that, and I'm busy as heck. I still have to find the time, and I don't need to sleep, and I don't need to eat, and I don't need to pee, and I don't need to shower. And what? Stop doing that to yourself. It's okay to adjust your goals when you're in it, because if you don't already know this, you don't know how something's going to work until you're in it, right? That's like any job, like any schooling, like any goal, like anything you do. You don't know how it's going to work until you're doing it. So it is okay to adjust your goals, okay? And then finally, setting completely new goals. Set some completely new goals. If you made a goal, like I made myself a goal to read 52 books this year. Let's say I started it and I was like, I hate reading books. I hate it. I don't. But if I said, I hate reading books, I hate it. It sucks. I don't even want to listen to books. I'd rather just listen to podcasts, or I'd rather just watch YouTube videos. Change your goal. Completely change it. Start a new one. Start a completely different goal. Who cares? And that goes back to being flexible. That goes back to making adjustments. That goes back to giving yourself grace. And it goes back to starting over. Okay? You are watching a motivating video. Why? Because you're awesome and you have a goal that you are going for. Otherwise, why would you be watching this? I mean, I know. But aside from this, you care about something. Okay? You care about something enough to watch videos to push you through it. And that right there shows how awesome and worthy you are. So the year is still new. The year is still new. Reimagine your goals, rewrite them, step back and think about them, sleep on it, pray on it, whatever you need to do. Ask a partner, is this a realistic goal? Can you help me stick to this goal? If it's not, bounce some ideas back and forth with people. If you need a people to talk to me. I don't care what your goals are. My whole goal is to get you moving towards yours as I move towards mine, okay? But stop with this, I don't have enough of this and I don't have enough of that and I didn't do this so I can't do that crap. That's just not reality. Just because you didn't go to the gym yesterday does not mean you can't go tomorrow. There's not like a police officer at the door saying, okay, well, when was the last time you worked out? You need to know, or I'm not letting you in the gym. That's just not happening. There's no one policing your business to see if you were on social media enough yesterday. There's no one policing your diet saying, well, you ate a cookie yesterday, so that's all you're allowed to eat the rest of the year because you suck. That's not happening, and that's not true, okay? You are in charge of your own life, and I think that's what scares us the most. Like, we are fully in charge of ourselves. Yes, there are laws technically, but you are in charge of your mind. You are in charge of what you do with your body. You are in charge of the fact that you're watching this video. You are in charge of what you're going to do after you watch this video. Like, you are in charge of it. So you need to remind yourself, all right, 2020 is still brand spanking new. We are still in January. You know, like, we're still in January. So if you have not been consistent, if you have already given up, if you have already gotten discouraged, if you have already forgotten what the heck you wanted to do to begin with, that's fine. But my challenge for you this week, my homework for you, is to just start over. Know that it's okay. Know that it's okay if you need to change your goal. Know that it's okay if you are pissed because it didn't work out the way you were hoping. It's okay if you're frustrated because your kid woke up at 5 a.m., 2.5 hours early, when you thought you were being the most productive human in the world by waking up yourself at 5. It's okay. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be discouraged. It's okay. But what's not okay is using those things to just stop, to not reach for anything. That's dumb. Because you can have him be and do anything. Anything. Think about that. Anything. So again, my challenge for you, what do you want to accomplish? Is it realistic? Like, honestly, dream big and all that jazz, but is it realistic? Okay? And think of ways you can be flexible with it. And think of ways you can be creative with your goals. Like, do you need to go on social media every day and talk about it? Do you need to have something on your wall that reminds you every day? Do you need to have an accountability partner? Like, what do you need to reach those goals or to hash it out when they're not going your way? How can you give yourself grace? Like, pre-plan for these things, because then when obstacles come, you are so ready. You are so ready. You know, like if you're like, oh, well, I already have a plan for if that happens, so that's awesome. I'll just veer over this way a little bit, but I'm still going towards my goals. All right, that is your challenge for the week. Give yourself some grace. Start over, adjust, be flexible, and know that it is still a new year, guys. You can do anything, okay? Thank you so much for giving me a part of your Monday. Thank you for being so supportive. You need to understand that even just watching this video, let alone all the hearts I'm getting and the comments and the likes and everything, means so much. If someone you know needs to hear this, please send them to this video. Check out my YouTube channel for my other videos. Scroll through my Facebook feed. I post all the time, but you'll find all my videos on here. I thank you guys again. If you need help reaching your goals, let me know. It takes a village and we're in this together. I will see you guys next week. Have an amazing week. Get out there and accomplish your goals. All right. Thank you. Good night.